This blinding white object is the new 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLC. If you read the press materials, Mercedes-Benz says it is better than the previous GLC in nearly every conceivable way. I'll be the judge of that.
Before we proceed, quick reminder that the GLC is a luxury SUV that we used to call a compact, but you could argue is now more of a midsize offering. Whatever, it competes with the Audi Q5 and the BMW X3. The GLC comes with rear-wheel drive, or for $2,000 extra, all-wheel drive. As long as we're talking numbers, here's the output of the new turbocharged 4-cylinder, 48-volt mild hybrid engine. If those power figures seem underwhelming, rest assured, more powerful variants will arrive. Hide your A's, M's, and G's, Mercedes is gonna need them. And while horsepower hasn't changed from the previous GLC 300, torque is up by 22 pound-feet. And since more usually equals better, I judge the engine better.
I'll add that the GLC 300 is good for 0 to 60 runs, a touch above 6 seconds. Here's what that looks like. Strong off the line, good pull, kind of a swelling sensation. Doesn't sound awesome with the 4-cylinder doing its thing, but yeah, the pull is more than adequate.
Aiding acceleration is an integrated starter-generator motor that adds up to 148 pound-feet of torque for short periods. That electric assist improves acceleration from a stop and makes the automatic engine start-stop system so inoffensive, I'm fine leaving it active, though there is a convenient off button if you feel differently. Meanwhile, the 9-speed automatic transmission performs its work in low-key, competent fashion. And with that, since we've uncorked the driving impressions, I'm just going to lay them out.
At casual cruising speed, interior noise is good. It's quite subdued in here, and ride quality is plush. It feels like driving a premium vehicle, which is exactly what you want when you're driving a premium vehicle. Killer insights, huh? Yeah. One side effect of that soft suspension is that when you do throw it into a corner, you can see that body roll, and it's not like the limits are extremely high, but really the function of the GLC is to be comfortable, elevated transportation, and it fills that role very nicely. And I'm not saying you can't drive your GLC quickly. If you're late for yoga, you can definitely fling it. Yoga was a silly example. I've never been to yoga. A better example would be trying to get to the post office before they close. 4:30? Come on, that's too early for a post office to close. And try finding a box open on the weekends. You can't do it. I wonder if I should dock by the car instead of the post office. Oh, here, we got a U-turn opportunity. There we go. That's a nice turning circle there. That does remind me that the steering feels very Mercedes-like, which is very slow and stable on center. And then the more you turn, the quicker the vehicle turns. One last thought as I come up to this stoplight here. The brake pedal has a soft feel. It's easy to modulate in the first section of its movement, but as you push harder, let's say you have a heavy braking movement, it feels a little bit more wooden. In short, don't be afraid to mash it, even if it feels a little weird. We're just talking about brake pedals here.
In total, the GLC delivers the kind of serene road manners you'd expect from a Mercedes.
In conclusion, I judge the driving experience better.
Moving to aesthetics, the latest GLC has a premium, sophisticated style, though it doesn't look radically different from the previous version. For perspective, here's a side-by-side with the 2022 model.
I do like this crease that comes along the side here. It gives some muscularity to the fenders, both in front and in back. And also, I like the ensleekified taillights here. That's not a word, but that doesn't matter. What I want to know is, what do you think?
If anyone dares damage that fancy exterior, the GLC now offers an optional dash cam plus Guard 360, which activates the 360-degree camera system, giving you time-stamped video if somebody smashes into your car.
And please upload that video to YouTube. Remember, your car's pain is our painfotainment.
Moving inside, the cabin exudes a premium aura enhanced with the tech swagger you can only get from having two big old screens to stare at.
What we have is a dual screen setup, 11.9 inches here, 12.3 inches here, and notice as soon as you can get dual screen under a single pane of glass in an Elantra, they no longer do that in the Mercedes. I'll just quickly note that in the past, Mercedes MBUX infotainment systems have been a little perplexing. This is less perplexing, but still initially perplexing. Oh no, don't you dare interrupt me. I've got a good flow going. We'll talk about you in a second. Well, great, now I lost my train of thought. Go to B-roll, go to B-roll. I remembered my train of thought. I was judging things. I judged the infotainment system better. Just a little bit. While we're here, we should talk about what it's like to interact with the rest of the interior. I like the fact that we've got clicky vents and you have some lush materials, but there are also some spots that give me pause. One thing, that sounds kind of hollow. As a car drummer, I like that, but it doesn't necessarily give me a sense of richness. I also struggle with the capacitive controls. You've got this line down here. These aren't actual buttons, so if you want to change, you can slide to change the volume here, but I really prefer a knob or something tactile. And if you go over here to the door, so we've got the controls for seat memory right on where you have the button for turning the seat heater on. Literally the first thing I did was accidentally turn the seat heater on when pressing this. It's a single unit that moves, but it's just, I don't know, it's a little bit awkward. And then the seat controls, when you move them, they don't click, they just kind of like flex a little bit. I like a more positive response when I push a control. It's a bit of a mixed bag. If you live with it, you'll get used to it, but I like having tangible controls. There, I said it. Hot take.
To be clear though, the GLC's interior looks classy as hell.
And now, using my utterly average 5'10" body, let's judge the GLC's interior roominess. I've set the front seat for my ideal front seat position. You have a sculpted seat back here, so plenty of knee space for me, but again, I'm so average. And I do like how high the seat sits up, so there's a lot of foot space down there for me to slide my feet under. And a pretty good seat back angle too, very comfortable. If I go to the middle position, we've got a center hump to contend with, but my head is not touching the headliner. And then if I go over here, Mike Danger was sitting here, and so it's back a bit, but I still fit. So yeah, an average dude fits, but what does somebody who's better than average look like? Mike Danger, give me that camera. Hop on in there, buddy. How's it going?
Tight. No way. I'll catch the next ride.
Bye, Danger. I'll never forget you.
So, human accommodations are good. As a human, I appreciate that. For luggage, the cargo holds 21.9 cubic feet of gear, which is on the small side for the category, but still it's 2.5 cubic feet more than the previous GLC.
Heads up, if you own the own model and missing out on 2.5 cubic feet of cargo space makes you want to get rid of your now useless GLC, Kelley Blue Book can help. Click up here.
While judging the cargo area better, I'll also draw attention to the 40-20-40 split rear seat backs. If you want to carry 4 people plus some fishing poles, this will make that possible. Compared to the BMW X3 and Audi Q5, the GLC's roughly $47,000 base price is higher. However, the standard equipment list is solid and includes a power liftgate, heated front memory seats, automatic emergency braking, blind spot warning, smart key access, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and voice recognition prompted by the phrase, "Hey Mercedes," or whatever magical phrase I spoke earlier when I was talking about the infotainment system.
One disappointment, you have to spend $2,000 on a driver assistance package to get lane keeping assist. Quick reminder, lane keeping assist comes standard on a base Toyota Corolla.
While I'm put off by having to pay extra for automatic lane keeping abilities, the system does work well.
As far as the driving assist features, I've got the dynamic cruise control set to a very maddening 40 miles an hour, angering the person behind me. And then the steering assist feature is keeping me right here in the center of the lane. In fact, let's see how it deals with this slight curve up ahead. I'm monitoring to make sure everything goes okay. Look at us tracing our way comfortably around this corner. Success!
If you don't mind spending extra, you can outfit your GLC with a panoramic moonroof, Burmester premium audio, augmented reality for the nav system, and this sharp-looking 360-degree camera system with what Mercedes calls an invisible hood feature that shows you what you're driving over with cached imagery. If you're wondering, this exact GLC 300 exclusive trim I'm driving costs $56,650 plus destination charges. For more budget-oriented alternatives to the GLC, consider the Lexus NX or Genesis GV70. And if you think of the GLC as a midsize, consider the Lexus RX. There is much to like about the second generation GLC. Its tasteful exterior, stunning interior, and sophisticated driving demeanor are enticing. That said, if you were hoping for a revolution from the newest Mercedes-Benz GLC, this ain't that.
But it has improved in a great many ways. I judge the new Mercedes-Benz GLC better.